welcome to Pitch Catch. I have something exciting to tell you. I'm not at home. So there's exciting new developments happening here at Write for Hollywood. We have an office in Toronto at Bloor and Spadina. So come by and see us. Alright, we've got two amazing pitches today. One from Johnny. Johnny just has so many pitches. He just keeps sending them through. I think that's awesome. I would just love for you to have an opportunity to pitch your stuff as well. So get your pitches in. Alright, let's get to it. Alright, so this one's from Johnny. He says, "Hey Yolanda, you rule." I love it when he flatters me. "I'm gonna get an early jump on Pitch Catch for next week." So he sent this to me early, which is great. This was a spec script I sold in 2003 for a decent amount of money. That's awesome. It wasn't a pitch, it was a finished spec. But I always wondered what it would be like if I had tried to pitch it in the room or send it out as a query. I guess technically this was sent out as a query since it got me a manager, who then in turn requested the script, which he loved. He then gave it to a producer, who then told the production company to buy it preemptively. They luckily took his advice. It got me my career, and now I'm writing movies. So here's the pitch. Rapid action thriller set in real time. A pair of armored car drivers, a wise-ass male and a strong female, must transport $22 million from Jacksonville to Daytona before a devastating hurricane hits the coast. However, a group of ruthless thieves attempt to hijack the shipment using the storm as a cover. When the brakes go out on the armored car, it becomes a high-octane, non-stop, relentless fight between the thieves and the drivers. Weather is the least of their problems. Speed meets Twister. Okay, what's good about this? First of all, you tell me that you've already had success with this project. That's awesome. Title's got a strong hook, it's one word, high concept. I love the comparison between Twister and Speed. I think you should actually put that up front because it immediately gave me the impression of what this is all about, and I got really excited when you compared the two because it was like totally unexpected. Strong protagonists with a hint of conflict. You told us everything we need to know. What's at stake? Who the protagonists are, what they're up against, who their antagonists are, where they're located. You've already upped the stakes in the log line. I love too that you've got specific details. A lot of writers don't get very specific. You don't have to use a lot of words to get everything in. Take this as an example. I love the adjectives that you used. High octane, there's like a play on words. It gives this boost of energy. You already feel like you're in the movie. It shows that it's an action thriller without even having to say that it's an action thriller. One other thing that I noticed that I wanted to mention, because you keep pitching me, is that your pitches are in consistent format. If you pitch the same producer later on with a different project, they will actually remember that you have pitched them before, simply because they'll recall the formatting. It's not something that I've actually even ever thought of before, so thank you for that. What could be improved? I actually do think that the title could tie more into the premise. One thing that it kind of questioned was, how do the thieves use the storm as cover? It doesn't necessarily have to be addressed in the log line, and it's not really necessarily a bad thing. It's just something that popped into my mind and makes me curious to know more. So it's actually kind of a good thing that there is a lot here, but it can be boiled down to one sentence and it could be even more impactful. So overall, awesome pitch. Alright, our second pitch comes from Corey. These are two projects made for television. One project is One Wish, which is a reality show I created. The other is The Division, a scripted drama series that is centered around the life of an African-American child welfare worker and her Italian-American counterpart. Very interesting series involving the mafia, prison life, street gangs, school systems, justice system, law enforcement, politicians, etc. Please review and let me know what you think of these two projects, as well as the feature-length film I'm getting ready to send over. I look forward to hearing from you and hope all is well. Normally I wouldn't do this, but I am going to open the attachments to read the log line that was submitted for each individual project. The Division. Logline: The Wire and Law & Order meet Scandal, a powerful and irresistible drama series that profiles the touching life of Christina Blackman, a seasoned child welfare worker for the state of New Jersey, as well as Thomas Incity, a new worker with The Division. Both leading characters deal with the tedious task of being social workers while simultaneously battling with their own imperfections. One Wish. Extreme Makeover meets the Make-A-Wish Foundation in an epic, inspirational, and heartfelt reality series which selects the most deserving individuals for the opportunity of a lifetime. With a combination of star power and shock value, viewers will witness some of television's most tear-jerking moments as their favorite celebrities grant one wish to children across America. So what's good about this? The Division has a really strong title, and so does One Wish. I really like the titles. They're high concept. You get a sense immediately of what they're both about. The Division has a good comparison with Law & Order and Scandal. It's a great concept, the fact that it's about child welfare workers, which hasn't been done since Judging Amy. We know who the protagonists are. It's a child welfare worker and a new worker with the Division. Your email was succinct and to the point. There was actually more detail in your email pitch than there was in your logline. Extreme Makeover meets Make-A-Wish Foundation. Again, another great combination that really caught my attention. And we also know from that what we're going to see every week, a wish. Improvements overall. First of all, you forwarded me an email you sent to somebody else. I don't recommend doing that. You also included 2 pitches in your email. I would only include one at a time. Assuming that you're sending this to a producer, it's very unlikely, it's not impossible, but it's very unlikely that they're looking for both kinds of projects at the same time. And then you again mentioned that you're going to follow up with a feature. You included the attachments. Me being the producer, I have said that I do not accept unsolicited material. The only reason I read the logline was for educational purposes only. I didn't read the rest of it, and I'm not going to read the rest of it. Descriptors. Powerful, irresistible drama series, but within the logline itself, I didn't get a sense that it was powerful or irresistible. So you've got to use those adjectives in your logline, similar to how Johnny did with his action thriller. The verbs and the adjectives and the descriptions that he used were very precise, and they were compelling, and you got the sense of what kind of action movie you're going to see. You felt the energy just by hearing what he was pitching. What could be improved with the Division specifically? We need to know what happens every episode. Is this a procedural or is it more of a drama? Are we going to see more of the casework or are we going to see more of their lives? What kind of characters are they? In your email you described them a little bit more, but it was more of an ethnic description. What kind of personalities do they have? And do these personalities clash? Why have they been put together in this show? Why is this show important to you? Why must it be made? What is it about the caseworkers that you feel is important and needs to be put on screen? What aspect of society does it reflect? This was a big one for me. You said that they're dealing with their tedious lives as social workers. Unless it's a comedy like Parks and Recreation, to me that suggests that the show itself will be tedious. You've got a great title and there's a lot of room here to play with theme, so use it. How does it constitute shock value? Besides a wish, what are we going to see every week? Why are celebrities involved? What kind of wishes are we going to see? Why is this worthy of TV? Who is the host? That's about it. All right, so thank you for submitting these pitches. They were great examples, and I really appreciate it. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you next week.